Okay, so I'm finally back home with my study desk, and I'm happy I finally got my NOAA. Okay, NOAA is like this, right? But NOAA is also known uh, by some others as NOAA or Nongwa, which I actually do not know what it means, but I guess in Chinese, this one is Nongwa, which is agricultural doll. Okay, so so for tonight, I'm to answer 163 to 168 of UP Plano, and this is the problem. Okay, so okay, for 163, complete the participation rate city. Okay, so we notice here in the table participation rate for the province is 1, and for tables like this, 1 would normally mean 100%. That's what they often mean. So 200,000 represents 100%. So if we're asking for the participation rate of the city, this part here, 50,000 therefore is what part of the 100%, which is the 200,000. So to get that number, we just divide 50,000 by 200,000. So getting our calculator right here, it's 50,000 divided by 200,000, and we get 0.25. And that appears as letter B. So 163 is B. Okay, so B, which is 0.25. Okay, and then next 164. Now 164 asks, what is the projected population of the city in 2010 considering its participation rate? Okay, so we know that the participation rate for the city is already 25%. Okay, by 2010 the population of the province is 225,000, but all throughout here we need to maintain a participation rate of 25%. So to get that number here, it's basically 25% of the province, right? That's the participation rate of the city. So it's at this time it's 225,000. So we try to get 25% of 225,000. So simply 225,000 times 0.25 gives us 56,250, which is one of the choices, letter A. Okay, so letter A, 56,250. Next one, 165. Okay, 165. Okay, this as soon as you see geometric, it's well, it shouldn't be something you should be scared of. Okay, so what is the growth rate of the province from 2010 to 2020 using the geometric formula? Okay, so we know that the old population, well, as of 2010 is 225,000, and that the new population for 2020 is 270,000. And we're asking for the geometric rate, right? So, but what I use is not the textbook kind of formula. What I use is the kind of formula that I've been sort of used to because it's easy to recall. So it's just new over old, the entire thing, raised to 1 divided by how many periods it is, or how many years. So it's 1 divided by t minus 1, right? So for the province, we know that the population for 2010 would represent the old one, right? So old here would be 225,000, and then new is 270,000. And then from that we just plug in the figures. So that's 270,000 over 225,000 raised to 1 over 10, because the difference between 2010 and 2020 is 10 years. And then that entire thing minus 1. Okay, so now on your scientific calculator, that's 270,000 divided by 225,000. So okay, that gives you 1.2, and then that 1.2 you could raise that to 1 divided by 10, and you get that, and then minus 1. Okay, then that should be the decimal representing the percent, which is multiply that by 100, so that's clear. So we have here 1.839 which if we look at the possible choices, the closest would be C, 1.840. Okay, so 165 would be letter C for 1.840%. Okay, now 166, when will the 2020 population of the province double considering its geometric rate? Basically just use the rule of 69, actually 69.3. So we just divide 69.3 by, which is what we have here, 1.84%. So 1.84, and then, so let's try that out. 69.3 divided by 1.84. So that gives us 37.67 years. Okay, 37.67 years. Now that is the time it takes for the 2020 population to double, right? So we just add 2020 plus the time it takes to double, which is 37.67. So 2020 plus 37.67, that should give you 2057.67 or 2058. Okay, so of the choices, that should be letter C. Letter C. Okay, letter C. Okay, for 167, what is the average annual growth rate for the province from 2000 to 2010? So you have here basically 200,000 to 225,000. Okay, so 225,000 minus 200,000, and for the entire 10-year period it grew by 25,000. So we know that it's 10 years. You just divide it 25,000 divided by 10 years, so it's 2,500, and the choice would be letter D.